Alright, so I wasn't even going to record this video. I was just analyzing Apple's uh, stock on a 2-minute chart on the candlestick chart. And I noticed that it was playing right into plan, right what I was looking at, exactly what I'm looking for. You see, I've already drawn my demand zones, my supply zones, or I should say major supply and demand zone. I should say minor supply and demand zones. But I see this is running perfectly on course for what I had or what I wanted to explain. So in live time. So you see the stocks moving down to this resistance line is $1.70 and 84 cents. So you see it's been playing all today around 11, around 10. It's been playing up here around $1.71.60, and obviously had its sell-offs and its buy-ins throughout the day. But no, right now it's playing into what I wanted to show you perfectly. It's respecting its support line. You see that it's you see how it's acknowledging the support line. You see how it has in the past, but this gives you live insight as to what it looks like when you're analyzing a chart. If you were to be buying options or putting or calling a stock. So it's very important to see how it works right now before you actually get into it. Because I'm telling you, being able to analyze this and what it's going to do, what all this means, this is a Fibonacci retracement that allows you to scale your profits in an easier way, rather than you having to keep record of them. But no, this is a great live example of exactly what I've been trying to teach you guys. It's definitely playing in, so we're gonna watch it right here. So watch it. Remember that support line is around $1.70 and 83 cents, and we're at a bearish candle. We're having a sell-off. So just to the regular eye, not knowing or recognizing or acknowledging these support or resistance lines, to a buyer or seller, they're just going to think this is going to keep going down, rather than acknowledging where it's touched in the past and being able to gauge what's going to happen next. So if it would acknowledge the support line and then scale up in real time, that would be great. But we're going to see what it does. It's at $1.70 and 89 cents. Yep, it's playing right into it. It's about to touch it. Oh, you see right here. Sitting right there. Buyers and sellers are it's consolidation. Buyers and sellers are going back and forth right now, because it's acknowledging, it broke it. But sometimes that's just the wick. That'll be the wick after this, like in the past. It's a great example. It's a great example of it acknowledging that support line. This is when investors see a good opportunity to buy right here. This is what's going to keep it around this line. You see it touching it in the past. It's not going to go under it. And I'm not saying this can't, because the market is unpredictable. You cannot predict anything that'll happen in the market. Elon Musk could tweet something about Apple right now and shoot it to the moon. You can't predict that. And that's volatility. That's not good. I mean, it's good for option traders. I mean, if you're keeping tabs of what's happening, but volatility is not good in the market. It's especially when you're long in a stock, because it could just as easily drop as it is rising. So now you see it coming back up to $1. It's literally coming right back up to it. Just acknowledged it perfectly. It just goes to show that if you acknowledge what the stock's done in the past, then you can gauge what's going to basically happen in the future. It's not hard at all. So I'm going to see what it does here. You see buyers starting to enter the market more. It's going back up. And you got to remember, there's orders that haven't been filled also in areas of consolidation. So when it comes back up, when it dips down up under here, under this consolidation, and sellers beat the buyers, you got to understand that those buy orders didn't get placed right here are going to bring it back up. And I mean, I shouldn't use this as a good example, but this area of consolidation right here, when you see consolidation, buyers win, then you see huge sell-off, even more so than the buy-in. You see the area of consolidation when it gets back to around here where it's consolidating, it's going to bring that right back up. So look, you actively see it literally bouncing off of that. I'm glad this is a great example. I'm glad this played into my video. Wow. But yeah, you see it's in an area of supply right now, and buyers are entering the market. You see it literally shooting up. This is active money right now. If you were buying options on these stocks, calls specifically, because it's going up. It's very important just to be able to do this simple supply and demand trading. Simple supply and demand trading. You see it actively. You see what I told you was going to happen from back here. It comes down. You can't trade off of emotion. You have to believe in what you said was going to happen. You have to believe in it. Take it down to the support line and let it flow. But this is the thing, it could keep doing this. Like you just have to you have to trust in your plan, and sometimes you're going to lose, but you have to make sure that if you were to actually be trading with options, that you have a stop loss set. So if it's not allowed, here's our stop loss, but say we would add a stop loss, I would say about, just for an example, 10 cents under the support line. So if it were to go down all the way to here and we don't think this line matters anymore, then you can it automatically sells out, and you may take a loss. But look at this. Look what it's doing. It's the chart's telling you what it's going to do actively. I'm not sitting here prophesying. It's telling you. This blue dot, live price, is shooting to come on. We're back into $1.71. We're back into $1.71. Now this is going to be interesting. Line 2, because I feel like there is some orders by buyers that haven't been processed, either around here. I don't know. Maybe around here. Yeah, around here. This area of consolidation is a big point of interest, because I feel like there might not have been some orders filled right there. So we'll see. Hold on. We'll see what it does. It might not let me get it on video. It's such a long video, but I'll just stop it and record another one. So God. But you see, just what's important to acknowledge is that these lines mean something. When a stock has touched a certain price multiple times, that's an area of interest. And when it's fell from a certain price multiple times, it's an area of interest. And I really shouldn't have drew this support line all the way up here. I really should have put it, yeah, about around here. Because that was a huge buy-in. That was just a huge buy-in. So, because see, that it can go back down and just play right here. But you see, this is what we call, I can't say that it's going to form it because it hasn't yet, but I could take some indicators and